Hey guys, welcome back to episode 66. As always, Sunny Bonani Dumalang, goeie afternoon, bon dia. Today's episode is titled Day 2 of my water only fast. Yesterday I documented just a few insights and things that arose or I thought was worth sharing on my day one as I embarked on my 108-hour water only fast. So that's 4 full days and a good sleep and a couple of little hours after that. Today's day 2 of my water only fast. And in the spirit of authenticity, I'm going to keep it real. So I had a very restless evening yesterday. I wouldn't say I had a sound sleep. It was a bit of a restless sleep. And when I arose with the sunrise, I had a little bit of a headache, which is quite common when you're doing a fast. And I felt really, really tender. I'm going to be very honest with you. I felt really tender and my head was just like, felt like there was like a lot of pressure on my head and I felt quite nauseous. I was very close to throwing up my salted lemon water that I had in the morning, but I went to lie down and I honored the body and I was honoring what the body was asking me to do. So I guess that's probably one of the most profound and powerful insights that you can leverage and engage in when you're embarking on a fast. So if you didn't see yesterday's episode, this isn't the first time that I'm fasting. I've been fasting for probably 4 years. It's been part of my life for the last 4 years. And I conduct or embark on a fast every change of season. So every 3 months, just like the seasons change, I feel a calling within my own body to shed what no longer serves me so that I can make space and room for the new season to arrive within my own physical being, vessel, and mental mind, and of course, connection to spirit. So, yes, today's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. Keep it real, people. Keep it real. I'm actually feeling so much better now. It's almost 3 p.m. going on to 4 p.m. And it's literally taken me almost that whole day and morning to feel somewhat recalibrated and back to my almost usual self. I did the due diligence and I've fostered these beautiful micro habits over the past couple of years and months, and doing my lymphatic drainage exercises every single day without fail was something that I did today. So even though I really didn't feel so well, and there was a moment where I felt a little bit better after my meditation practice, of which I did actually lying down today. I never do my meditation practice lying down. I always do it in seated position. But today I felt a calling to do it lying down because I was feeling very tender. And I honored that. And I went downstairs and I did my lymphatic drainage exercises. And if you saw me, guys, you would have seen that I was literally operating at like 5%. One of the routines of my sets of exercises that I do, it's like a punch, right? Wow, you should have seen me punching. It was like, really, really not a lot of energy. And I honored that. And even my bunny hops, wow, my poor bunny, she was just actually stepping from side to side because of the immense pressure in my head. I was unable to bounce up and down because it was just like, so there I was just doing like just little from one foot to the next without any vigor or great vitality, if someone out had to be looking in. But I got through it all, barring the very final little exercise, which I just threw in for some fun, which is me smacking a medicine ball down. And today I just thought, no, I've done all of them. There's just going to be one exercise, that final one, that I'm going to honor and park aside and perhaps engage in it tomorrow again. So yes, I also, and then I went for a nap. After that, I was upstairs, and I've got the most beautiful children. I really do. I have such a blessed mom. I almost have tears coming to my eyes as I say that. So I went to lie down, and I had my kids coming to check on me and just give me a little blankie and give me this little giraffe that I have, that I still sleep with at night. Human comforts. I just laid down for a good couple of hours. I was meant to have an embodiment session with one of my beautiful clients today. And of course, as fate and God would have it, as a fly lands on my chin, they cancelled because they too weren't feeling very bright and shiny. So I found that I always find it very interesting how my embodiment sessions with my clients always, like, if they can't happen, it's like there's always a serendipitous reason as to why they never happen. So I always know and trust that the divine has everything in order and everything is flowing and growing as it needs to. And then, yes, I found myself just coming to actually lay outside pretty much where I am. And I thought it would be fitting to do this episode here, because this is pretty much where I've been all of today. I've been lying under the trees, connected to the earth and to the grass and the gentle sun as it cascades and comes through the leaves, just gently kissing and caressing my skin. Was just warming me up ever gently. And of course, my beautiful Poochie. Say hi, baby. My beautiful Poochie Peanut. She was by my side all the time. She's just such a blessing. I'm so grateful for her. So yes, it's been a really, really slow day, a day of rest, a day of introspection and reflection. And I usually don't go for a poo on my second day of fasting. I usually go kind of like day one, and then maybe something starts to happen day 3. And then if you didn't see yesterday's episode, I spoke about the fasting shit. And the fasting shit usually starts to come in at like day 3, day 4, day 5, depending on how long I fast for. And that's just a very interesting poop. I'll probably share it with you as the days progress, because I did say I was going to be documenting my fasting process since I've started this vlog. So perhaps there may be some insight or wisdom or empathy that strikes a chord with anyone who comes across and finds this beautiful video. So yes, magical human. I also did my yoga practice. I've been doing my sadhanas for 612 consecutive days as it stands today. And even though I felt extremely tender today, I still honored the importance of getting on my mat, and I took it so slow. I was probably in child's pose for most of the time, and I just did some very gentle stretches. And it was so amazing that after I just moved my body ever so gently, I felt so much better. The pressure in the head kind of lifted, and I felt a little bit of restoration of energy coming back. And I'm so grateful because I've got just the most amazing and magnificent husband. So he went and he got a few items. He prepared and made lunch, and he fed my 2 boys and him. And while I was doing my restorative yoga and just getting a little bit of my energy and essence back, so to speak. So I'm so grateful. And I guess when you are fasting, it is quite important, and it's so powerful that you're surrounded by people who support you in it, who aren't like dangling the bacon in front of you. as you approach your 72 hours or whatever it is. So I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful that I have just the most supportive humans who are around me, such a nurturing, understanding, and compassionate husband who has the patience of any patron saint, and just these two boys and sons that have come through into me. They are just the most magnificent and wondrous humans as well. Just such big hearts and open minds, and so compassionate and understanding and nourishing and nurturing as well. So I'm so grateful. Feeling quite emotional today, actually, which is what happens when you fast. All kinds of things come up and out, literally, in the mouth sometimes, through any orifice that is in your body. So yes, it is quite interesting to see what happens and emerges when you are doing a fast. Another, I guess, physical symptom that you might experience, especially as it starts getting into a 48-hour or 40 hours, your body will start to feel a little bit more sensitive to colds, or, a small breeze, you'll just feel it more. So your body will just start to become a little bit more in tune, or a little bit more sensitive with temperature changes. And another magical thing that starts to happen that I've noticed is you literally get to start to feel your heart beating, and like inside of your cavity, your chest, you can literally feel it like, and it's amazing because when you're fasting, you can feel those moments of the elevation of the heart, and then you really have to be mindful of breathing a little deeper and just centering yourself. And I guess that was something else that I was doing this sunrise when I had that pressure headache that was starting to mount. I'm so grateful for this embodiment practice. I'm so grateful for all of the tools and the techniques and these gems that have found me over the last couple of years, because I was truly able just to anchor into the body and settle the mind and know that this too shall pass. So that's something so important to honor. If you're embarking on a fast and you have these moments of not feeling so good, which is possible, but also possibly not. I've done fasts where I've gone all my days feeling fab, so much energy, clear head, no headache, absolutely like magic. And then there are those fasts. Like I said, no two fasts are ever the same. And I have those fasts where I have the pressure headache and I don't feel, like 100%, perhaps a little bit nausea steps in, like you literally feel the bile build up in your mouth. And yes, I was just so grateful that I had those tools and those techniques under my wing, and I breathed deep and breathe down deep into the belly and just help those energies move and flow, just so that, I wouldn't feel so stuck for so long. So yes, what else, I guess, do I want to share with you in this here, today, now moment, as I share I'm probably 40 hours into my 108 hours. And I kind of really do feel like the most challenging part is behind me. Day one is always a challenge, just from a mental capacity and mind, that routine of having the delicious meal, and how time moves differently when you fast. At least for me, it does. And then day two, or sometimes day three, I do tend to get a little bit of pressure headache and the body just starts to feel a little bit more tender. It either happens on day two, which I prefer because then it's over and it's done. But sometimes it does happen on day three. So it always depends. And it's quite interesting because on the days where I feel really great, on all the days that I fast, those are the days that I generally actually tend to fast for lesser time. So those are the days that I'll fast for at least a 72-hour fast. I generally never fast for less than that on my quarterly basis. So yes, on the day or on those fasts where I feel great, I generally just tend to fast for my 72 hours, which is 3 full days, and then I break it on the morning of the fourth day. And I feel because I haven't experienced any residue or density or tough, like a little bit of a push, I feel that my body's already like relatively cleansed or clean or pure. And after 72 hours, I just feel that it's right for me to break it. But on these times, it's interesting that when I commit to 108 days, sometimes I wonder if it's actually like psychological or, I'm not sure the body knows. Yeah, because I've told it, we're fasting for 108 days, and the body's like, your girl, then we're going to push you a little harder this time because you're going to have more days to recover and recoup. So yes, for anyone who is embarking on a fast, and if you are having these really challenging times and days, please know that it won't last. It will pass. It will pass. I know my husband has a real challenge with this because he always struggles when he gets to like day 2.5, even he'll push it all the way to day 2 of evening. And then he really does. It is quite a challenge for him. That's why I'm not even sure if I mentioned it yesterday, but there was a time where we were fasting every single Monday. So every Monday we were just doing a 24-hour fast, and that worked brilliantly for him. He was just like so motivated, so on it. And it was interesting because as much as I tried to be supportive and wanted to partake in it, I found myself struggling, especially over certain days or Mondays, kind of when I was ovulating and towards the end or just before my cycle. I used to really, really struggle. Now, I sometimes would break the fast at the end of the day because my body just couldn't handle it. And that's really important, just honor what the body is saying. Don't honor what the mind is telling you. The mind is going to want to trick you. It's going to want to tell you all kinds of stories. So yes, honor the body, listen to the body. So if you're not feeling great, go rest. If you're feeling like you need to throw up and purge, throw up and fucking purge. Just fucking throw it up. Your body's telling you to get rid of whatever's coming out, to get rid of it. Most of the time, nothing comes out. It's like water, or I promise you guys, there are emotions and there are shit that's staying inside of your body on a cellular level, and your body is trying to find the best way to eradicate and eliminate whatever it's trying to get rid of. Your body is so fucking intelligent. We just need to honor and trust it and just listen to it. Listen to it. So yes, so we tried this Monday fast every time. It didn't work for me, so it didn't work. I can probably do it the first 2 weeks of the Monday after my moon cycle, but then after that, in fact, women. Okay, so if you didn't catch yesterday's episode, I'm telling you again because it's important. If you're a woman don't fast the same way that men fast. Just like women don't generally exercise in the same way men exercise, same applies for fasting. So women should only fast between day 1 of their moon cycle, day you get your period, up until day 15, just before your hormones start to ramp up and you start getting ready for ovulation. Don't fast during that time because there's so much going on in your body and you need to honor it. Your body's literally preparing to prepare itself to have a baby, and now you're like depriving it and starving it. So it's really not good for your hormones. It actually wreaks havoc on your hormones. So yes, I've come to learn that over the past 4 years. And of course, I've done research and I've also listened to what's good for my own body. So I generally tend to fast second day, third day, or even first day sometimes of my cycle, depending on where it falls during the week. And yes, so hey, it's just gone 20 minutes. I feel that I've shared all I need to share for today's water only fast day 2. Day 4 still coming. And if you're interested or curious, check out tomorrow's episode where I'll be continuing this documentation of my fast as we step into episode 67. And I'll probably have been almost fasting up to 65 hours by then. And yeah, I'll report back then. And perhaps we can journey together if you too are embarking on a fast. Support. I see you. I see you. As always, continue to sow those seeds, allow for the flow and the magic of life to find and guide you so that you may continue to grow, illuminate, and glow. See you tomorrow.